Hi students, let's talk about how to plan our sketchbook for this project. You can see I've kind of already got it started on my good copy, but before we get here, we need to do some thumbnail sketching and getting some reference images into our sketchbook. Okay. To do that, you have two different options. You may work in your sketchbook directly, or you may do this in Procreate. I will show you my Procreate example in a moment. Okay. So the first thing you're going to need to do is gather your reference images. Okay. For my first idea, I decided that I wanted to plan out a sketchbook related to hot air balloons. Right. So I gathered several different images of hot air balloons. I printed them. I would recommend we print in black and white since the entire project will be shaded using gray tones, and tape or glue them into your sketchbook so you can easily reference them and look at them as you draw and shade them. Okay. Once you have your reference images, you can then start your thumbnail sketch. Okay, thumbnail sketches, again, we're going to make them about the size of a note card, and that will be available for you to trace. We do not need them to be too big. Right, so here's my idea number one, and again, we are requiring 3 ideas. They can be 3 ideas based off of one idea, so I could have 3 different ideas relating to hot air balloons, or 3 completely different ideas, so maybe one with hot air balloons, one with something completely different, and then something completely different from there. Okay, so notice in my thumbnail sketch a few things. Number one, it is a line drawing. Okay, this entire thing does not need to be shaded, nor should it. You are just laying out where things are going to go, including yourself. Where are you going to place yourself in the artwork? Remember, this will be a photograph, but you just want to lightly sketch yourself in so you can know how you're actually interacting with your drawing. If you prefer, is to do this on Procreate. Okay, so let me show you what this would look like if I did it in Procreate instead of in my sketchbook. So if I decided I wanted to do this in Procreate, I can just upload and add my photos onto a new page, in which case I labeled it hot air balloons. And here is a small sketch on the same page, very similar to the one I showed you in my sketchbook, except I drew this one in Procreate. Again, one thing that you will take note of is that I've referenced a few different images, in this case 4, and I arranged them in a way that makes sense on my thumbnail drawing. Okay? So you must combine photos unless you are using an original source, which means it's a photograph that you have taken and did not pull off the internet. Right? Notice that I did not just pull this photograph, this drawing, from one image. I used multiple images, and that is a requirement so that we make sure that we are respecting copyright law. Be looking for 3 ideas in your sketchbook or on Procreate over the next several days.